Beneath the shadow of Lahore's Mughal-era Badshahi Mosque lies the Shahi Mahalla, the red light district. Historians say the area probably draws its name from the relationship that Mughal royalty had with the courtesans and dancers. In this older part of Lahore, about a dozen entrances lead into narrow winding streets, surrounded on both sides by multi-storied houses. These are the homes of professional dancers and prostitutes. They're known as Kanjas, and they've been in the profession for generations. Girls born in the Shahi Mahalla are treated as privileged children because they guarantee the family a sustained source of income. Mothers and managers groom their girls. They're taught dancing and singing. Consequently, most girls develop a craving for a profession they dream will lead them into the film industry. Rabia and Sana are sisters in their early teens. Both sisters say they gave up school because it was boring. They study at home, but their dream is to make a name for themselves as dancers.
दिन नहीं लगता मेरा स्कूल में से मैंने स्कूल छोड़ दिया और अब मेरा दिल लगता है डांसर पे मैं अच्छी डांसर बनना चाहती हूँ टीवियों पे आना चाहती हूँ फिल्मों में मुझे बहुत शौक है एक्टिंग और डांस करने का और कुछ भी नहीं.
The red light district has also served as a nursery for the film industry, which was almost non-existent when Pakistan was created in 1947. Nargis is one of roughly 2,500 sex workers active in Mazar Sabz Pir and other streets of the Mahalla. She lives in this small room with her two daughters. Her life is a telling example of the suffering that girls endure in the Shahi Mahalla. As they grow up, they consciously watch their mothers and sisters entertain clients with both musical instruments and their bodies. Nargis's husband abandoned her after a 7-year marriage, choosing instead to act as a manager for his sisters in an upmarket Lahore neighbourhood. This left Nargis feeling she had no alternative but to take up prostitution. Nargis must, of course, send her children away before offering the family's bed to her client. 10-year-old Ikra watches her mother as she goes about her business. All Ikra knows at this stage is that her mother needs to be alone when a customer is around. Ikra knows that her mother drinks Valaiti sharab, or imported alcohol. To deal with customers, Nargis not only drinks, she also smokes hash. Ikra and her younger sister often bear the brunt of their mother's intoxication.
शराब पीती है तो शोर डालती है ना फिर जो है ना गली वाले इसको मारते हैं इसकी इधर चोट लगी है ना वो इन्होंने मारा था इधर भी इन्होंने मारा था इसका बोल सूटा हुआ है ना इधर भी इन्होंने मारा था.
Nargis can't afford to hire an instructor to train her daughters. Hard pressed for money, she trains them herself. This environment takes an horrendous toll on the lives of Nargis's daughters. They're not getting any education. Instead, they spend their days dancing. We asked Ikra what she wants to do when she grows up. This was her response. Nusrat, a neighbour of Ikra, leads a different life. She attends school. Her mother, Shagufta, is trying to guide her daughter into what she hopes will be a noble life, free of the Shahi Mahalla. Shagufta used to be a sex worker. She fled her Sialkot home on the eve of her wedding, when she was barely 14. She says restrictions at home and the glamour of the film industry prompted her to sneak away. Shagufta ended up in a brothel in the Shahi Mahalla, where she entertained male customers for years before marrying a local resident. But still there was no respite for her. Her husband forced her to continue working because he wanted the money. Shagufta's face still betrays the trauma she suffered for years as a sex worker. The life of a girl in the Shahi Mahalla is a mess, she says.
उन्हां दी जिंदगी माँ-प्यो दी तरबियत दे नाल है कुछ ऐसियां ने कि बच्ची 7 साल दी होए दी ते वालदा ओदी अंदर पेशा करदी होए दी ते बाहर बच्ची बैठी होए दी कि वालदा ने आदमी कढ़ना है ते उन्हें बच्चों ने रोटी लिए पैसे देने ने ते बच्चों ने रोटी खानी है।
ये मोहल्ला अच्छा नहीं है, यहाँ के लोग भी नहीं अच्छे, यहाँ मेरा दिल नहीं लगता। मैं सियालकोट जाकर अपनी बहन के पास पढ़ूंगी, बड़े होकर टीचर बनूंगी।